Hey guys, how you doing? Good to be back again, showing some records and talking about music. These next records were on a recent dig I did. I went back to Berkeley, California to do some record digging, and I had not been back there in a while. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I was there, so it felt great to be back in that area of Berkeley, going in their record stores, hanging out downtown, people watching, hanging out at the college and all that stuff like that, and of course eating there. They got lots of great restaurants there. So it was good to be back in Berkeley. So I'm going to show you some of the records from that dig. So we're going to start with Howard Jones. This is a recent live record he put out called Live at the O2, which is in London. This came out somewhat recently. And it seems like every video for the last 5 videos I've been showing a Howard Jones record in the video. So here's the Howard Jones record for this video. I mean, what can I say? I love the guy's music. This is a somewhat recent show, actually. Like I said, it was at the O2 Arena in London. And it captures the entire set, which took place on March 24th of this year. And it's the entire set of 12 tracks. This is limited to 500 copies. And it's a great current live record. And his band sounds really good on this album, this live record. Here's the insert for it. Pretty cool. And it's on colored vinyl, like a splatter type of thing. Really nice record. And basically it's just his 80s hits. Pearl Michelle, new song, Like to Get to Know You Well, Hide and Seek, and just to name a few of the, and of course, What Is Love and Things Can Only Get Better as far as the 80s songs. Song from the Transform album I really like is The One to Love You, and he does the remix version of it live, which I thought was really cool. Another song called The Human Touch, which I think was probably early 2000s, I think. Anyway, a great song there too. So a couple of somewhat recent songs mixed in with the 80s hits. This is a really fun live album to listen to. It's very uplifting, very energetic and upbeat. I mean, a lot of Howard, I mean, that describes Howard Jones's music, period, but especially describes this album. Really great live album, and I'm a huge fan of his music. I've seen him live now a couple of times, and he never disappoints live. I really love going to his shows. So Howard Jones, live at the O2. Another live record. I got a lot of live records in this batch. This one's from Marillion, All One Tonight, recorded live at the Royal Albert Hall. This came out a few years ago. For years I had the video to this, the Blu-ray and the DVD, and it came with a huge booklet. It was about as big as this. And it's a great concert. It is a phenomenal concert. I think there's 4 records in this set, and they do their album at the time, which, let me see if I still have it here. I should have had this ready, yeah. So they do this album in its entirety, which was called Fear. They do the whole thing live, and it sounds fantastic. And then the last 2 discs are some great all-time classic songs from Marillion, and they do that with a string orchestra that sounds even better. It makes the music sound even better. It takes it, when you add the live strings to it, proper musicians, as they said in this, it really makes it sound amazing. I adore this record. I adore this band, Marillion, and like I said, I had the live video for a few years now. So it's nice to have the vinyl that goes with it. And here's the gatefold. There we are. See, this is a great, if you ever get a chance to look this up on YouTube, especially the song The Space and the song Go, Marillion live at Royal Albert Hall, you'll see what a phenomenal concert this was. It's really filmed well. The audio is perfect on it. It sounds fantastic for a live record. So here's the first two discs. The inserts for the first two discs. And there we are. Sorry, my hand's covering some of it. This is an amazing set. Just an amazing set. And being a huge Marillion fan, I'm glad to finally own this. Because Fear is a good album. It takes some listening, though. It does. It's one of those albums that has to grow on you, but when it does, it is a very powerful record. And then to get some of the classic Hogarth era songs with the strings is a really great moment. And I just wanted to show all the records here. I love the version of Easter and the song Afraid of Sunlight. It sounds so good with the strings. It sounds absolutely beautiful. It just, oh my God, it puts me on cloud nine is what it does. So it is so cool to finally have this on vinyl. It's the whole show on 4 records. And what a show it was. Like I said, you can look it up on YouTube. Particularly the songs The Space and Afraid of Sunlight, but also look up Easter, because the song Easter sounds so good on it. And I'll have to put that away later. It's giving me a hard time. Just a phenomenal record. So Marillion is one of my favorite bands to see live. I still remember the first time I saw them in San Francisco, because they don't really come to America all that much. It's a little too expensive for them. But the last time they came, I saw them in San Francisco, and that was just an emotional night. A great night of music, but just the vibe and the emotion in that crowd. It was one of the best concerts I've ever been to, and they always more than bring it live. So that is a great Marillion live record, and I'm so, like I said, I'm just over the moon to have it in my collection. Okay, here's another British band that is amazing live. I saw them once, and it was incredible. It's Tears for Fears. This is another live record. It's called Familiar Faces. This is a BBC FM radio broadcast from the Hammersmith Odeon in London, June 10th, 1985. And this is when they were bigger than life with the album songs from The Big Chair. So this is a concert during that tour in support of that album. So you get the big songs like Mother's Talk, Head Over Heels, but you get songs from the first record like Memories Fade and Mad World. It also has Everybody Wants to Rule the World and of course Shout, because those are the big mega hits. I just love having a live record from Tears for Fears from 1985, because that was the year I actually discovered the band. As you can see, it's on yellow vinyl. And it sounds great. I mean, it's an FM broadcast, but the sound quality is pretty good on this. I mean, yeah, you could tell it's a radio broadcast. It has that sound to it from the recording, but it's a really good. They really captured a really good show, and it's Tears for Fears in their prime. So it's a great record to have. I only had one live Tears for Fears record from 1985. And it was like part of the King Biscuit Flower Hour type of thing. So, and this is more or less the same thing, but a different show completely. And oh my God, it sounds so good. So I really love this album. They are without a doubt one of my favorite 80s bands. And they're still current. Their last album they had out, The Tipping Point, was amazing. That's the show I saw them on. And that's a tour I saw them on, and one of the best concerts of that year. This was a couple of years ago, but it was such a good show. So really happy to have this. This is a fantastic live record. The energy is really good on this, and it takes me back to 1985 every time I spin this. Really good stuff. Okay, the next up are 12-inch singles. I got 2 maxi singles from the same artist, Pat Benatar. One was Love is Battlefield. not really my favorite song from her, but I thought this was a cool looking maxi single. On the B side, it has the live version of Hell is for Children, instrumental version of Love is a Battlefield. Like I said, that song, I mean, I liked it when it was new, but it I don't know, it hasn't aged that well with me. It's still an okay song, but it was, I had never seen that maxi single before, so I was kind of glad to score it. The next one is Sex is a Weapon from Pat Benatar. Again, another single I've never seen before. I've never seen these 12-inch singles before, and they're in good shape, and I'm sure they're very rare. So this song I really like from Pat Benatar. I think this is kind of an underrated song for her. I really do, because I really like the song. It was a decent hit. The song on here, there's other songs on here like Red Vision, and on side 2 we have the dub version of Sex as a Weapon. So some good stuff on here, and a good single too. I've always loved Pat Benatar's voice. I love her music. I wish I'd seen her live. She was in the area just a couple of days ago, but they wanted too much for concert tickets, and I'm kind of saving my money right now. So anyway, 2 great singles from her, as well as this classic band, Golden Earring, The Twilight Zone. This is, I believe, the full-length album version, as it's advertised. I don't really know much about this band, to tell you the truth. I just love this song, Twilight Zone. I always listen to it when it comes on the radio. Classic rock radio still plays this song quite a bit, and I am a fan of it, so I thought it would just be cool to own the 12-inch single. It's on the Mercury label, as you can see. It's a cool song. It's a cool song, and it's a cool old song, and it's one I just never seem to get tired of. Like I say, when it's on classic rock radio, I always play it. It's a killer tune. And I've never seen this 12-inch single, so I'm kind of glad I scored it. Do this right. Back with the song King Dark on the B-side. Very cool find, and I'm glad I scored this in the 12-inch single collection. Alright, this one satisfies both the Marillion and Genesis fan in me. It's from Fish and Tony Banks, Shortcut to Nowhere, 12-inch single version. I love that picture. I just love that picture. And I do love the song. It's a good song. It sounds very 80s, Shortcut to Nowhere, and it's backed with the song Smiling Jack Casey and the song K2. So, really glad to score this as a single. I think I have it as a 7-inch record, and it's on the Charisma label. So, I've had the 7-inch single for a long time, so it's really cool to have it on 12-inch single. Always dug the song. I always thought it was a cool pairing of the 2 artists, because everybody's comparing Marillion to Genesis, so I thought it was cool that these 2 made a song together. They made another one together too on another Tony Banks solo album, but this was their first collaboration, and it was a pretty good one. So really cool 80s song. Dig, and I'm so glad to have the 12-inch single. Now this 12-inch single, I was so happy to score. It made my day. I had it as a 7-inch single, and now to finally find it on a 12-inch single when I was digging in Berkeley, this really made my day. It's from Big Country, the song In a Big Country. Really cool tune. Always loved this song, even when it was brand new. I loved it. So great to have the 12-inch single for it. On the B-side, we also have the song In a Big Country. I guess a different mix. Side 1 is the pure mix. Side 2, I guess, is just the album mix. And the song All of Us is on the B-side as well. And nice look, custom label there. Let me see if I can get it up the right way up. There we go. So very nice looking label. Like I say, one of my favorite songs from this band. I have a live record of theirs that is just absolutely great. Absolutely great. I bet you they were such a fun band to see live. I wish I had saw them. But Got into them way too late, but better late than never. Love this band. Their music is really good and inspired. It's kind of like one of those things, you know, you hear this band play, especially live. You almost feel like you can go out and accomplish anything. They really fire you up. So I'm so fired up to have this 12-inch single because it was one of my favorite songs from them. All right, so as far as 12-inch records, that was the haul. Now I'm going to show you some 7-inch records that I have had for like a month now or so, and just getting around to showing them on video. But anyway, we'll start with the Police for the song Roxanne. Look at that goofy ass cover. Someone put eyes and a mouth on a snare drum, and you got a couple of a guitar neck, the body of a bass, and you got this goofy picture. When I saw this, I thought, there's no way this is legit. This has to be a fake. Then I saw the back cover, and I thought, well, maybe it's legit. Maybe, and it is legit. It's on the A side we have Roxanne. On the B side we have Synchronicity 2. I love those songs from the Police. This is a very cool 45 to own. This is really goofy as hell. I don't know why they decided on that artwork, but hey, two good songs from the Police. This was, I guess, they put out an album, Every Breath You Take, the singles, and they remade one of their songs, Don't Stand So Close to Me, and it was kind of to support that greatest hits album. And yeah, besides the goofy cover, it's a cool 45. Alright, couple from the Scorpions. In the 80s, I was a big Scorpions fan. I loved the Scorpions. Saw them live a few times, and they were always fun to see live. So, glad to score two of their 7-inch records. This one's from the song, for the song Passion Rules the Game. A really killer song. This came out like in 1988. And this was actually the year I saw the Scorpions in concert for the first time. They were supporting this album, which was called Savage Amusement. And I saw them with Van Halen, Monsters of Rock tour. That was just an amazing show. And it's on red vinyl for the song Passion Rules the Game. What was the B-side song? Oh. That's the side I had showing. Every Minute, Every Day, which is also another great song from that Savage Amusement album. There's a correct side I should have showed. Passion Rules Game. Two great songs from the Scorpions. In fact, there's the album that it is from. That's what the cover looked like. I think this is a UK pressing. Very rare, printed on red vinyl. Killer find. Like I said, in the 80s I was a huge Scorpions fan, and so it's nice to have that one, as well as this one for the song Rock You Like a Hurricane. Very popular Scorpions song from back in the 80s. It's still a big song on classic rock radio, so really cool to see that. On the B-side we have the song Coming Home, which is another great Scorpions song, and this one's on the Harvest label. Make sure we got the right side this time. Yes, there we go. There's the A side. So really cool on the Harvest label. Really cool to score some Scorpions 45 wax. I think these are the only two I have. Makes me want to go out and find more of their 45s. They're a fun band to collect. They were a fun band to see live back in the day. I know they're still pushing it, and God bless them. All right, let's just keep moving here. This is next 45 is from the band Yes, for the song It Can Happen. I have never seen this 45 before. I didn't even know this song was on a 45. I knew it was a single from Yes, but this is the first time I've ever seen it in the store before, so I kind of got excited when I saw it. Plus, I love the song It Can Happen. Great song. On the A side, we have the album version of it, and on the B side, we have the live version of the song as well. So, very cool to have scored that. Absolutely love this song from the album 90125. Probably my favorite Yes album, even though a lot of the hardcore Yes fans don't really like that album too much. I love it. It's one of my favorites from them. But then again, I'm a casual Yes fan. But it's a great song. All right, a couple of good songs from Peter Frampton, all on one 7-inch record. For the songs "Show Me the Way" on the A side and the B side, "Baby I Love Your Way." So two really classic songs from Frampton. Very nice to find that on a 45. And look at that label. Interesting. Again, I only have one Peter Frampton album. Of course, that's Frampton Comes Alive. And that's actually what this 45 is promoting from back in the day. That's really the only Frampton album I own. I do think he's a great guitarist and a great performer. But really, I only own one album from him. And a couple of 7-inch singles. So, but this was in really good shape. And it's a picture sleeve. So it was a good find for the 45 collection. We'll keep moving. This one I was so happy to find because I dig this song in a big way. It's from Jeff Beck and Rod Stewart. People Get Ready. I remember the music video when this came on. And that's when I thought, okay, Rod Stewart has a killer voice. Because he sings this song really well. And of course, Jeff Beck's an amazing guitar player, so that doesn't even need to be said. And this is a good 45. I absolutely love it. It's on the Epic label. Back with the song "Back on the Street." So, killer song from these two artists. Always been my favorite. Rod Stewart has a great voice. He shows it here. You're either hot or cold with his music. I know a lot of people who can't stand his songs. I know a lot of people who dig it. So he's just one of those artists. Either you love it or you hate it. And I can't say I'm a total big fan of Rod Stewart, but I do love how he sounds on this song. Great voice, and Jeff Beck with the amazing guitar leads. It's a good song. Here is the one song I like from this artist. It's from Andrew Gold, and it's the song "Lonely Boy." I'm not an Andrew Gold fan at all, but I do love this song. It's a good song. He wrote the theme song to the TV show The Golden Girls, and I can't stand that TV show, and I can't stand that fucking song. But this song I do like. It's a good song, so I actually wanted this 45 of it because I do enjoy listening to "Lonely Boy." It's a good song. And it doesn't matter what's on the B-side because I only listen to one song anyway. But anyway, wanted to show that because it's the only song I like from Andrew Gold. Alright, here's something I was glad to find on the 45. It's from the Motels. The song "Take the L." Take the L out of lover and it's over. Great song from the Motels. And really cool to find this on a 45. Just a killer song. One of my favorite from them. It's a great sing-along song. Backed with the song "Mission of Mercy," which is another great song from the Motels as well. It's on the Capitol label. There we go. It's a little dusty. I got to give it a once over. But I loved spinning both of these tunes on this little 45. This little 45 is going to get a lot of playtime in this room. And just so excited to have this. I really got happy when I saw this on the shelf. Like, yeah, this made my day too. Finding this record, killer. All right, I've never been a big fan of the band Flock of Seagulls. I only liked one of their songs, of course, which is "Iran." But ever since I joined the VC, it got me to buy two of their albums. And they were both really good. I think I got their first two albums, and both those albums I thought were good. So I got a few 45s from Flock of Seagulls. I'll show you right now for the song "It's Not Me Talking," backed with the live version of "Iran." Really good version of "Iran." It doesn't say a venue or the time it was, the date it was recorded. It just says recorded live in concert. So. But it is a great live version of "Iran." And, of course, the the single, It's Not Me Talking. Really cool song. I dug it. They got some. I love synth pop from the early '80s, and this was probably one of the best bands that did it. And here's the label. Very cool. Dig. Now that I'm like really digging into them, I really like what I hear. It's good stuff, and I'm glad I'm discovering very, very late, but like I said, better late than never. Another one is the song Space Age Love Song. This song I absolutely dig. It is so cool. I dig the synth pop keyboard sound of it. So good. So good. Really dig this song. And it's back with the song Windows. Back with Windows. And pretty much the same label. So really cool to get into this band. Yeah, I think this one came out in the very, very early '80s, '81, '82, and man, it kind of sounded like they were ahead of their time. They really did push a brand new style of music, which was just probably a breath of fresh air back then. The last one is for the song Modern Love is Automatic. There's quite a few songs on there. There's like 4 songs on this little 45. So on side A, Modern Love is Automatic and DNA. Side 2, Windows and You Can Run makes up the second side. All songs are really cool. And like I said, these 45s of them I'm showing you has been getting a lot of play lately. And I'm glad I scored these 45s, especially this one, because it has so many songs on it, 4 songs on it. It is fun to listen to, so I'm glad I opened up a cool little Flock of Seagulls collection, both on 12-inch records and 7-inch records. Very, very fun band to collect, actually, when you can find their stuff. Around here, it's not so easy. This was not so easy to find. I've always wanted this. I always looked for it when I'm digging through 45s, and finally scored it. I've had the 12-inch single for a while. So it's kind of nice to have it now on a 7-inch record. It's from Bananarama. It's the song Cruel Summer, which seems to be the theme song of this summer because it's been hot as hell here in California, though it's starting to cool down this week. July was a rough month, and this was like the theme song for the month of July. That sun had no mercy. So Cruel Summer definitely was the theme song for this summer. But really happy to have this. It's one of my favorite songs for Bananarama, and so glad I finally scored this. And I even like the label on this. The label even looks cool on this. Dig that so much. Let's see, and the side 2 song. It's the summer dub of Cruel Summer. So it's the summer dub. So like a little remix of the song. So really cool. Really dig it. Like I said, here's the 12-inch single. I've had the 12-incher since last year, and I was like real excited to find this. So to find the 7-inch record, I guess you could say to go with it. That was a cool find. I was really happy with that. I'm happy to have this in my 45 collection. I've always wanted that. All right, this one I had already, but I don't think I had quite this version. We're going to show the band Big Country one more time, but it's for the song Wonderland. Now, I had this as a 45 already, but this is a gatefold. And it's a cool gatefold. Look at that. And of course, there's a few more pictures in here. Dig that. And it's a double single as well, which is such a cool thing to find. So we have on the A, or the first record, on the A side we have the song Wonderland. On the B side we have Giant. On the second record we have Lost Patrol Part 1, and on side B we have Lost Patrol Part 2. And of course, like I said, they come, it's a double single, so two 45s in this collection.